Good afternoon to you and welcome to Newsbeat on Metro TV, and happy Eid al-Adha to all Muslims across the country. And from us at Metro TV, we're wishing you the very best of the day. In the meantime, we're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, on DSTV on channel 277. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwetia. Let's take a look now at the top stories for this afternoon. John Dramani Mahama calls on Ghanaians to protect the country's long-standing peace and resist all forms of division. Ghana's hairdresser Bernice Diana Akufo has been left fighting for her life after a brutal attack in Johannesburg, South Africa, amid a renewed wave of xenophobic violence. Later on Good Afternoon Ghana, we will be looking at Ghana's agricultural sector and also self-reliance and the export growth. There is a minimal coming up. Stay with us. Welcome back, and these are the details. President John Dramani Mahama has called on Ghanaians to protect the country's long-standing peace and resist all forms of division, extremism and intolerance. Speaking at the National Eid al-Adha celebrations held at the Black Star Square in Accra on Wednesday, May 27th, he emphasized that the message of Eid al-Adha is especially relevant at a time when several societies around the world are grappling with conflict, violence and deepening divisions.
On behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to extend warm congratulations and heartfelt best wishes to the National Chief Imam and to all Muslims across our country and around the world on this blessed celebration. Eid al-Adha is a festival that reminds humanity of the values of faith, sacrifice, obedience, compassion, and complete submission to the will of Allah. Today is not just a day of celebration, it is a day of reflection about our relationship with God and our responsibilities towards one another as human beings. The lessons of Eid al-Adha therefore extend far beyond the slaughtering of animals. The occasion calls on us to sacrifice, be selfless, don't hate one another, not to be greedy, not to divide amongst ourselves, not to be dishonest, and not to be indifferent to each other's suffering. It reminds us that true worship is grounded in sincerity, devotion, humility, and compassion. This spirit of sharing and caring is among the greatest strengths of the Islamic religion. My brothers and sisters, the message of Eid is particularly important in today's world, where many societies are facing division, intolerance, violence, and conflict. Ghana continues to stand out as a shining example of peaceful coexistence among people of different faiths and backgrounds. Christians and Muslims have lived together harmoniously for generations, sharing communities, schools, businesses, and even family ties. We must continue to preserve and strengthen this harmony. Distinguished guests, when my administration took over office, we inherited significant economic difficulties that affected businesses, families, and especially young people seeking opportunities. Over the past months, we have worked diligently to stabilize the economy, to restore confidence and build a stronger foundation for growth and job creation. Today, I'm pleased to report to you that there are signs of recovery and Ghana has renewed hope. Our focus now remains on creating jobs, supporting local enterprises, expanding opportunities for young people, and improving living conditions for ordinary Ghanaians.
And still on the celebrations of Eid al-Adha, we have also been speaking to some Muslims about how they are marking this year's Eid.
I'm happy to celebrate Eid al-Adha, and I wish all my friends Happy New Year, and I hope everybody still celebrate it well.
Today we celebrate our Eid. We start with our prayers, then sacrifice our animals, then we go distribute our meat with the poor people, relatives and everything. Then we'll go, in the evening we'll go for the party with some relatives and hope for the best. Ghana, we are loving Ghana as celebrating Eid. Everyone is friendly over here and helpful. Business is very good in Ghana and it's peaceful in Ghana as for other countries in Africa.
The country where we dey inside, no confusion, peace of mind. You know, you come, you see the atmosphere be calm and quiet. So first and foremost, we will give thanks to God, the Almighty, for bringing us to another year. The rest, they hand make it carry us go front. We look unto God, not on human being. So we thank God for everything. Make it grant us more better life and years ahead.
We cut the cow and then we share the meat with the people. Then after in the afternoon time, then evening time, we go to small party and this thing. Then that's it. I give them happy Eid, so they enjoy, they love it, and they're gonna celebrate it.
Ya danyamia sise ya bedru afifufro. Ungode ma Allah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli.
Now to South Africa concerning the xenophobic attacks, and Ghanaian hairdresser Bernice Diana Akufo has been left fighting for her life after a brutal attack in Johannesburg, South Africa, amid a renewed wave of xenophobic violence. Akufo, who lived in South Africa for more than 2 decades, was reportedly confronted by a group of hoodlums while attending to her daily business. According to accounts from her family, the attackers demanded that she leave the country before assaulting her with sharp weapons, leaving her with severe facial injuries. She was later found following the intervention of the Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria after a distress call was made. Her son petitioned the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to secure her safety and facilitate her evacuation back to Ghana. Ms. Akufo is among several Ghanaians living in fear following recent attacks targeting African migrants in parts of South Africa. Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has assured her and other affected citizens of the government's commitments to their protection and evacuation efforts. And still on the matter, the first batch of Ghanaians being evacuated from South Africa is set to arrive in Accra today, May 27th, as government steps up effort to protect citizens amid renewed xenophobic attacks. The operation, coordinated by Ghana's diplomatic mission and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, was delayed after a higher-than-expected number of Ghanaians registered to return home, forcing officials to review logistics for travel, accommodation, and flights. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, briefing the evacuees yesterday, assured returning Ghanaians from South Africa of a dignified and warm reception back home.
You are not going to arrive in Ghana as if you are orphans. You arrive to a hero's welcome. Hero's welcome. The Chief of Staff himself has called me that he would love to join me to receive you. And he will be there leading a high-powered government delegation to receive all of you. You have seen the arrangements that the President has made. We have met and discussed a 5-item package that everybody will be entitled to. We want to show the world that we cherish our nationals. Our citizens matter to us.
Yeah.
You are not refugees. You are not some destitutes. Ghana is not some war zone where we cannot take care of our own. Ghana is a place to be. And that's why many foreigners are trooping to Ghana. If I show you the passenger numbers, the number of foreigners who come to Ghana on a daily basis, and they always feel at home. And so, as you know, you are always going to be welcome in Ghana. We will accept you as royals, Muya Yadishye, as we say in Ghana, and that is how we will welcome you.
We appreciate our president. God will bless you, Mahama. Mahama, God bless you, my brother.
Appreciate all your
appreciate
efforts.
what you do for us.
God bless you. God bless you. His Excellency. God bless you. Who say man no day? Who say NDC? Allah.
Away from that, the Attorney General's Department has thrown its support behind a landmark Supreme Court case seeking to abolish and then delegate system in political party primaries and allow all registered party members to vote in internal elections.
Deputy Attorney General Justice Remsai said the state has filed argument in support of the constitutional suit popularly known as the anti-delegate system case currently before the Supreme Court. In an ex post on Tuesday, Dr. Remsai described the case as one of the most significant constitutional martyrs in Ghana's Fourth Republic. The suit was filed by renowned cardiac surgeon and former minister Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, politician Yahu Tamaklo, and former minister Christina Mwakunuama. The plaintiffs, represented by activist and lawyer Oliver Baka Vomawo, are challenging the delegate system currently used by political parties to elect parliamentary candidates and national executives. Under existing arrangements, only selected delegates are allowed to vote during party primaries. According to Dr. Remsai, the plaintiffs are asking the Supreme Court to declare that all registered party members in good standing in internal party elections. He noted that the Attorney General's Department believes such a ruling could deepen democratic participation and reduce concerns about manipulation and vote buying often associated with the delegate system. The delegate system has for years faced criticism from political observers and reform advocates who argue that it concentrates power in the hands of a few party delegates.
And then we're going to turn our attention to sports, and former Minister for Youth and Sports and Member of Parliament for Yagaba Kuburi, Mustafa Yusuf, has responded to the Auditor General's report on the 13th All-African Games, Accra 2023, which recommended that he and other officials be held liable for the recovery of more than 579 million Ghana cedis linked to the alleged financial irregularities. The report, commissioned in 2025, cited a range of alleged irregularities, including inflated cost, unsupported payments, undelivered goods, and breaches of contractual procedures across several expenditure areas, such as catering, transport, accommodation, equipment procurement, and infrastructure projects. It is also recommended that the recovery of additional amounts in foreign currencies, including more than $44 million and 629,070 pounds from individuals connected to the organization of the Games. However, in a statement issued on Tuesday, May 26, Mustafa Yusuf denied any wrongdoing, insisting that he bears no responsibility for the irregularities highlighted in the audit report. And President John Dramani Mahama has announced 10 million Ghana cedis seed allocation for each technical university in Ghana as part of efforts to strengthen technical and vocational education and accelerate industrial transformation. There's more in the following report.
Speaking at the 4th Applied Research Conference of Technical Universities of Ghana, held at Takoradi Technical University in the Western Region, John Dramani Mahama described the conference as a national development forum where academia, industry, government, innovators, and entrepreneurs collectively explore how research can be transformed into practical solutions. According to him, the gathering holds profound significance for Ghana's future, particularly as the country marks 10 years since the conversion of polytechnics into technical universities. To help address some of the challenges with technical education, President Mahama disclosed that government, in consultation with the Minister of Education, has decided to allocate 10 million Ghana cedis in seed funding to each technical university in next year's budget to support their development priorities.
Exactly 10 years ago, in this very auditorium, we took the bold decision to convert the polytechnics into technical universities. Today, we can be proud of the work that we did. But as the chairman of the Technical University Vice Chancellor said, there's still more work to do in terms of infrastructure, in terms of putting the essentials that will improve the learning outcomes. There's still a lot of work to do, and so we consulted quickly with Minister of Education and decided that we will provide the 10 million seed money to each technical university. It will be allocated in next year's budget, and so you'll get 10 million cedis to decide what you exactly want to do with it in each of your universities.
Chairman of the Applied Research Conference of Technical Universities of Ghana and Vice Chancellor of Sunyani Technical University, Engineer Professor Kwadwo Krapia, while acknowledging the vision behind the conversion of polytechnics into technical universities, noted that the transition came with significant structural and financial challenges.
While the reform was visionary and progressive, the transition also came with significant structural and financial challenges. Many of the former polytechnics transitioned into university status without corresponding seed funding and infrastructure investments required to support full institutional transformation.
The Vice Chancellor of Takoradi Technical University, Professor John Frank Ishon, highlighted the global impact of technical education.
Your presence here today rekindles the significance of that historic moment and also reaffirms your commitment to TVET and national transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, UNESCO recognizes TVET as a critical driver for achieving the Sustainable Development Goal, particularly in advancing quality education, decent work, and economic growth. This aligns perfectly with our conference theme, Advancing TVET for Innovation, Technology Transfer, Entrepreneurship for Sustainable Development.
And in the Volta region, Regional Minister James Gunu has urged beneficiaries of the first batch of the Nkuko Nketenkete program to take good care of the birds to ensure the success of the program. According to him, the Nkuko Nketenkete initiative, another Feed Ghana program, is a game changer aimed at eradicating poverty in households across the region. James Gunu made the statements during the official launch of the program and the distribution of birds to beneficiaries.
The Nkuko Nketenkete initiative, under the government's flagship Feed Ghana program, is aimed at revitalizing the poultry value chain, reducing dependence on imported poultry products, and empowering both small-scale and commercial poultry farmers to create employment and enhance food sufficiency in the country. In the Volta region, 180,000 birds have been received, out of which 10,000 have been distributed to 8 municipal and district assemblies. 200 households will each receive 50 birds for rearing. Speaking at the event, the Home Municipal Chief Executive Stephen Adom mentioned that the initiative presents enormous opportunities for youth employment, poverty reduction, and improved household income. He urged the beneficiaries to embrace the intervention not only as a means of consumption, but also as a pathway towards economic independence and community development.
This initiative presents enormous opportunity for youth employment, women empowerment, agribusiness expansion, poverty reduction, and improved household incomes.
Speaking to the media after the launch, the Volta Regional Minister James Gunu advised beneficiaries of the first batch of the Nkukwan Ketenkete program to take good care of the birds to ensure the success and sustainability of the initiative.
These are not just birds, they are money being given to them. So they need to take good care of it. They need to be given the necessary training as to how to take care of the birds in terms of vaccination. We'll do that. We'll give them the feed so that the birds can grow very well and serve the purpose of which we are distributing them.
Some beneficiaries welcomed the initiative, stating that it would go a long way in helping them survive economically and supports their businesses and families.
It means a lot to us. You know, a lot of our members have registered for the program. And now that the launch has been done today, you know, from tomorrow, we'll be giving the best. And these best will help them to be able to survive, you know, to help them economically. And they wear this, they produce a lot of best out of this one. So it's a great program. We in the Volta in Agriculture appreciate this program. We want to thank the President for such an initiative.
The Nkukwan Ketenkete initiative under the Feed Ghana program comes at a crucial time to restore confidence in local poultry production and stimulate sustainable agricultural growth in the country.
It's going to take us a very long time to help us. And we, those who have benefited from this particular project, I believe, and I strongly believe that it is going to help us in our daily lives and in our activities. And also the poverty reduction will be reduced totally in Volta region, not forgetting me as a person.
Let's take a trip now to the central region as anger and tension are brewing in the region. The Mankasim Traditional Council goes on a warpath. The council is fiercely confronting the government, the Ministry of Roads and Highways, and the Ghana Highway Authority over what they describe as a calculated plot to bypass Mankasim in the highly anticipated Big Push infrastructure project. The chiefs are issuing a one-month ultimatum to the authorities to clarify why they have been left out.
The Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Abuja, reportedly suggested that the iconic Mankasim runabout is a restricted cultural heritage site. Consequently, the road will be diverted, denying Mankasim the massive economic boom of the highway expansion. But the Omanhen of Mankasim, Sajifo Amanfuedu the Sith, has fiercely debunked these claims, calling them outright fabrications. Addressing the media, the Omanhen mentioned that no one from the ministry or the highway authority has consulted the Traditional Council. The council has therefore issued a one-month ultimatum on the Ghana Highway Authority and the Roads Minister to come to the negotiation table or face unprecedented resistance.
Ofi kasua bodu winiba na ofi winiba obaba abafahin Mahama se ekwan obaba abafahin aye then we fihin hananum na wopede wodan hananum na wopede wosisan Wananum na wopede asama omampenyi Mahama Khan wasisanen wasisanu so a wokotwa kohwitu nananum yedo den hia yese eyi enyama no osisira na baat won oye hia no enyama shrines nti na won fam for ho yesram ya womampenyi na he delivers what he promises. Minima wana wopede what done omampenyi na asama. Whether there was son wonyi na ekehia there. Na asama oka there whatever from Mankasim runabout won fa nyi adwuma. Na wana wopede woyem wopa. One by stakeholders consultation. Na one country. No numpo onya da ye beje atum ende aja atum Pachina.
Away from that, the Deputy Director of Renewable and Green Transition at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. Robert Sogbaji, is calling on businesses to embrace renewable energy and energy efficiency measures to remain competitive in the changing global market. He made the remarks at the launch of the Energy and Climate Desk in Accra.
The initiative is expected to help businesses adopt renewable energy and energy efficiency measures to reduce operational costs and improve productivity. Speaking at the event, the first Vice President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Emilia Isiakwa, says sustainability has become critical to the survival and growth of businesses.
The desk aims to promote awareness on energy efficiency and renewable energy opportunities, provide professional advisory support to businesses on energy management and climate-related issues.
The cluster coordinator of the Sustainable Energy for Climate Protection, Gunnar Wegner, says renewable energy investments continue to rise globally, making it necessary for Ghana to accelerate its transition to sustainable energy solutions.
It lowers electricity bills, it enables self-generation, which reduces exposure to outages and to tariff increases, and it is also an investment opportunities for investors and for banks, and this will of course only grow in the future. For government, it reduces dependence on fuel imports, which is an issue in both nuclear and fossil. It enhances national energy security because the resource is available locally, and it eases pressure on public finances.
The Deputy Director of Renewable and Green Transition at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. Robert Sogbaji, also urged businesses to embrace renewable energy and energy efficiency measures to remain competitive in the changing global market.
The global market is changing. International investors, partners, and consumers are increasingly demanding green supply chain. Carbon footprints are no longer just an environmental concern. They are a fundamental business metric. So the message is clear. Business that fail to integrate sustainable practices risks their operation being left behind.
Stakeholders say the Energy and Climate Desk will provide technical guidance, advisory support, and capacity building for businesses seeking to transition to cleaner energy solutions.
Let's take a look at other stories now. As founder of the Light Foundation in Wash, advocate Sheikh Abubakar Napari has called on governments to involve the use of religious leaders in promoting good sanitation practices in the country. He made the call during the Eid Adha prayers in Accra. He also called on the president to extend the Eid celebrations to cover 2 days other than the traditional 1 day for the celebration. The Eid prayers, which took place at the Ajingano AstroTurf Park, witnessed hundreds of Muslims converge to observe the prayers. The World Bank estimated that Ghana loses nearly $290 million, approximately 1.6% of the country's GDP, to poor sanitation. The losses cover healthcare costs, lost productivity, premature death, and time spent managing sanitation issues. Speaking at the event, founder for the Light Foundation, Sheikh Abubakar Napari, charged Ghanaians, particularly the Muslim communities, to uphold good sanitation practices and desist from dumping their domestic waste into drains.
The issue of Galamsey, water pollution, and all issues that are related to environment and sanitation and hygiene, it needs religious leaders' participation. And it looks as if government is using other means and then leaving religious leaders approach. And religious leaders, they have the power, they have, in terms of behavioral change.
He urged young girls to screen for cervical cancer for early detection and treatment constantly.
Cervical cancer is about health. When there is health, there is wealth. A lot of people do not know about this sickness. And there are a lot of myths. People are saying so many things which is untrue. It is safe. Please make sure that your girl child from 9 to 12, you give him that immunization. You immune the girl to prevent him from cervical cancer.
Some Muslims called for peace and harmony during the celebration.
For me, it's called Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Eid Mubarak to everyone out there, and I pray Almighty Allah accepts our dua, forgives us, and make it easy for us in this dunya and in akhirah.
This, one of the happiest days for Muslims, in a year. So I urge each and everyone to stay home, keep yourself out of trouble, enjoy your meats, enjoy your food, enjoy your drinks, and in the end we say, Barakallahu minna wa minkum.
Sheikh Abubakar Napari led the congregation in slaughtering a sheep after their prayers to mark their celebration. Let's spread some love now as partners for Metro Care Foundation. The corporate social responsibility arm of the Ignite Media Group has paid a courtesy visit to the management of Metro TV ahead of the 4th edition of the annual sanitation drive organized by Let Love Lead NGO in commemoration of the June 3rd disaster.
Promotes sanitation awareness, educates the public on environmental responsibility, and encourage community participation to help prevent future disasters. One of the partners highlighted the objectives of this year's exercise, stressing the need for continuous public education on sanitation and collective responsibility.
We try to involve a lot of the members of the public so that the awareness can go far. Yeah. So we are not putting our faces in front to do a show off. We want other people to come and take over and do what is needed. It is a cleanup. So once you have a shovel, a broom, a stick, whatever, we try to desilt the gutters as much as we can.
Another part now outlined activities lined up for the 4th edition and called on the public to actively support the initiative to ensure cleaner and safer communities.
The main objective is to build a safe, cleaner and healthier environment for all. Yes. Because basically, we look at it that sanitation is something that we cannot do without it. So creating awareness is one of its major objectives of Let Love Lead NGO, and also honor the memories of the victims. Yeah. Because we look at it that we want to say never again. Never again.
Managing Director of Metro TV, Von Klaus Backenstein, says the station's decision to partner the initiative aligns with its commitment to sanitation and community development, adding that the vision behind the project resonates strongly with the brand.
We're happy to be associated with Let Love Lead, and also know where we come from. Sanitation and environment are things that are dear to us, and so anything sanitation, we're heavily committed to ensuring that we change behaviors and also clean up our environment so we don't go through the difficult times that we went through on the 3rd of June, sometime some years ago, when the place got flooded and a lot of things were affected. So sanitation and environment, we are all for it.
The 4th edition of the sanitation drive is expected to bring together stakeholders, volunteers, and members of the public in honor of victims of the June 3rd disaster, while promoting a culture of cleanliness and environmental.
And that's it for the afternoon news. Continue to watch the rest of our programs. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwitia. Good afternoon, Ghana continues after the break.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you look fresh.
Hey.
With your label today.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
Launching BSc Development Economics at the Ghana Christian University College. Study a job-ready university program, BSc Development Economics at the Ghana Christian University College. Job is ready for graduates who possess degrees and certificates in BSc Development Economics, professional certificate in Theoeconomy, certificate in Theoeconomy with business. Enroll at the Department of Theology and Economics at the Ghana Christian University College, Amrahia, Adenta Dodua Road, Accra. Full bursary is available for BSc Development Economics graduates to study master's program at the State University in South Africa. Enroll now. Take advantage of this opportunity to join elite professionals in economics. Call 0557-351-090 or 0575-633-307 or 030-296-0542. WhatsApp us on 0557-351-090 or you can get in touch online on www.theoeconomy.edu.gh. Powered by the Center for Theology and Economics, CTEC.
Hey, MTN FA Cup final. The moment we've all been waiting for. The climax of Ghana Football 2025-2026 season is here. Hey, no, MTN FA Cup final. Obey Butu today. Nations FC and the Dreams FC. Are you live? Our UG Sports Stadium. With Yadaya Abbey. 31st May, 6 p.m. It's why they win MTN FA Cup finals to represent Ghana, our cup. A pre-FIFA World Cup 2026 football party. It's a new film. Ghana Blaster just national colors warm and bright and your face. The send a signal. Our yes, Yafanina. Say ya Ghana food. We love our football. Ghana Blaster and University of Ghana Sports Stadium game. There will be on Sunday, 31st May, 1:30 Pepe. Exactly 3 p.m. Accra House of Oil Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the 17th. And the special curtain race. What's the ball? What the ball, Papa? MTN FA Cup final pass. Never when you get the full package, including spectacular opening ceremony. Nations FC versus Dreams FC to represent Ghana in Confederation Cup. Any surprises may bring. Anything brand get free. 20 Ghana popular stand, 50 Ghana VIP, and 100 Ghana VVI. Aya MTN FA Cup. Menu who free. Let me say, MTN FA Cup game. I'm
Kwaba Samuel of Custom Looks, the maker of the fan jersey, and make sure you are watching the World Cup on Metro TV.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Hi, my name is Ochame Kwame, the Rap Doctor, and all I'm saying is, during this World Cup, make Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM your official amazing production houses to watch all your tidbits, your behind the scenes, and get authentic news about the Black Stars and all the World Cup, and enjoy. Tune in. Ochame Kwame, salute.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Go Black Stars, go all the way till the end, to victory. We'll keep on cheering you until you have the trophy in your hands. Go Black Stars all the way. Football, it unites all of us. There is no escape from the medium of football. It unites all Ghanaian, it unites all Africa. And this time we are praying for Africa to make an impact, starting with Ghana leading the way. So watch it and support the Black Stars all the way. If your choice is Metro TV, good for you.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM. The world is coming to North America. 48 teams, 16 cities, 104 games, 3 nations, 1 dream. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is here. Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Can I ask you something?
Yes. Go on.
Can you stay away from Patrick?
Salut bébé. Comment tu vas?
Abiku, I don't speak French. Hey, that boy had the audacity, the effrontery. Have you eaten?
Sometimes I wonder if really he's your son.
Mr. Gray is calling you.
Jesus.
Whilst your friends are busy learning, you are here watching series.
I don't want to destroy the love I have for you. Wait. Since when do you start having this affection for her? Oh, okay. See, your head like silver. You want Nora.
But how?
You my legs no more. What you
Nora, where were you last night?
Daddy, dressed like this, of course.
So why did you call this morning?
Right, this is Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV. Today is the 27th of May 2026 and it's a holiday. Yes, I know many of you out there are relaxing in your homes and watching us. Thank you so much for tuning into the program here. But to our Muslim brothers and sisters, we say Happy Eid Mubarak to all of you. Congratulations to you on this day. We pray for Allah's blessings for all that you do. On that note, welcome to the program, but again, I want to say that till now, which is 12:45, I haven't received anything from any of my Muslim brothers and sisters. So I don't know if I should do a roll call, just mentioning some of the names of the people in this building I've seen today. Ni Lai, our presidential camera person, I've seen him in studio. He didn't bring anything to work. Abdul Moment is not yet here. I'm sure he's still enjoying out there. Tornado is also not here yet. So hopefully they'll come out. In fact, the host of Good Morning Ghana, Moro, I haven't seen him around today. Hopefully he sent something over, but it would just be nice. The president said it in his statement, as we played for you earlier in his speech at the Eid celebration, that we should be one, we should be united. The meat that you have, you need to share it. That is who we are as a country. And so I'm admonishing you also, my brothers and sisters. Dr. Isaac Street, Northridge, here in Accra. Send you can make a delivery and they will definitely pick it up. So we'll be waiting for that. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, the earlier story that we brought to you about the first batch of evacuees were coming in from South Africa. You know, the xenophobic attacks happening in the country. The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has been working to bring Ghanaians who are stranded in South Africa back into the country. The first batch expected to be in a few hours from now. We'll be keeping tabs on that and bring you all the updates from the Accra International Airport. And a very, very sad one, the 42-year-old Ghanaian hairdresser, Benny Sakufu, who was fatally or brutally attacked in Johannesburg, South Africa, as part of this, xenophobic attacks happening there. She's had some serious facial injuries and some, parts of her body hurt, and it's definitely not what we want to see. We'll definitely be keeping tabs on all of that and bring you more of that subsequently. But of course, across our social media platforms, Metro TV Ghana, on Facebook, on X, on YouTube, where we are live, and also on DSTV channel 277. You can keep tabs with us and for all the updates there. Of course, on radio 94.1 FM, you can join us. My name is Desmond Okreku Danso, and welcome to the program. This afternoon, we're having a conversation about Ghana's agricultural space in terms of self-reliance and export growth. Very, very important one. You know that agriculture is a very strong backbone of our economy here in Ghana, and there have been talks about what we grow here for us to be able to feed ourselves and also export it to other parts of the world. How are we faring with that? And so this afternoon, we'll talk to Emmanuel Ansamprofi. He's project and program lead at Federations of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters. We'll be speaking to him. And also there's a horticulture expo that is coming up also. We'll delve into that. So stay with us as we get into this conversation with Emmanuel. Thank you very much for coming. Have you had any meat yet?
Not yet, too. I'm waiting.
You're waiting.
I have a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters.
And nobody has done their duty yet?
And not one. Not one small meat.
Okay. I'm sure they'll be watching it. They'll do the needful.
Sure.
Let's talk Ghana's agricultural space. It's one that we all talk about. Every government that comes sees it as a priority, because if we cannot grow crops or do all of that to feed ourselves, then there's a problem. And so the bit of being self-reliant and then exporting that over the period, and even with this new government coming in, looking at Nkukwanke, looking at Feed Ghana initiative and all of that, how are we faring? We're good?
Right. Right. Thank you very much, Desmond. And this morning, let me use the opportunity to thank our viewers out there. And equally, now, my sons told me that if you don't mention our names, you come and meet us in the house. So, Jaden, Emmanuel Jr., and Edmond, okay. That is fine. I hope you're watching us well, and to my family. Well, straight to the point, are we faring well? Yes and no.
Okay.
No, in the sense that we've not been able, as a country, be able to put taps, like you just mentioned, or properly position ourselves for agricultural development. Why? We are at this point, I mean, if you hear in the news a couple of months ago, and it's still around, Burkina shutting its doors to Ghana on tomatoes. And we spend right around 150 plus million just to import tomatoes from Burkina. Right. And so if you look at the vegetable sector, we're not doing well, even as we have a lot of comparative and competitive advantage. So for food production, we are lacking behind. If you look at the figures, we are importing or we are spending more than 6 billion USD on food importation alone. I'm sure you had rice today. If you had rice today, I can bet on authority or watch it today. I can bet that 70% of the ingredients that came out from that wache was imported. Your rice is coming from either Thailand, Vietnam, Bangladesh, or any of these places. Your beans sometimes is actually coming from Nigeria. That in itself is after trade, so I don't have too much of a problem.
Yeah.
But if you go beyond the continent, then we have a problem. So we are not doing well in terms of agricultural space.
Right. And for that bit about the tomatoes, and that we had to write a letter to say that we are begging, you should come so that we talk about this. And
Right.
That really... okay, let me keep my words.
See?
No, that really was very disappointing.
It is disappointing.
Very, very
That is what it is.
disappointing that we've gotten to this point. But where's the problem? Because every government comes and seems to put some investment into agriculture.
Right.
So why are we not seeing the progress in terms of infrastructure, in terms of production, all of that? Why are we not seeing that?
So self-reliance in food begins with productivity. Now, productivity actually begins with proper investment in infrastructure. I like the word you use. We did not build proper agricultural infrastructure as a country. Why do I say so? First of all, it has to be with mechanization.
Okay.
Now, our tractor to farmer ratio is in thousands. So one tractor is serving more than 1,500 farmers. Which obviously this is not the case. We are in deficit of more than 12,000 units of tractors. So on mechanization, because you and I will not go to the farm, if it has to do with cutlass and hoe. If you look at your hands, will you be able to use cutlass and hoe? When was the last time you held a cutlass? So the farmer is still relying on this old method.
Okay.
It has not been able to break the soil properly for air and water to pass through. Even when they are able to do that, now it now boils down to proper seeds and input. So you have the fertilizers, the seeds. Now seed germination becomes a problem because we do not have much proper homegrown seeds. We have the CSRLs and all the Legon Research Institute who have developed.
And there's the tree crop
Development Authority, which is actually mandated to do the 6 or 7 tree crops that we have. You are talking about rubber, shea, mango, coconut, oil palm, and the likes.
Okay.
So this is the Tree Crop Development Authority, and it just came to being under 3 years ago. So we're just watching them to see what they are doing. But you see, systems need to be properly put in place to connect the various agricultural value chain.
Okay.
Mechanization, proper use of input, irrigation systems, and then equally markets, warehousing and markets. How do we now position these to make sure that our farmers get there well? So these are the bottlenecks around this. Those pillars are not met. We'll still be saying this day in, day out, year in, year come out.
And that's what the problem is, that we keep talking about it. We keep talking about, in fact, we know the problems.
Yep.
As you have stated, on paper, we know all the problems from the value chain, as you mentioned, from getting the seeds to, in fact, the fertile land is already there.
Right.
But the mechanization, post-harvest, the losses, even the roads that lead to the farm gate, the regulation of all of that. And so I remember we had a conversation with GAU, and I want to take your thoughts on that.
Yep.
GAU is calling for an implementing body. So they give examples of, there's a Ministry of Health, and then there's Ghana Health Service.
All right.
There's a Ministry of Education, and then there's an Ghana Education Service that makes sure that the policies of the ministry are implemented and takes charge of that. But for our sector, as in agriculture, which is a very, very big part of our economy, we do not have anything like that. And looking at the vast nature of the lands we have, we do not have even enough agriculture and those who go on the fields.
Extension services.
Extensions,
yeah.
You do not have all of them.
Yep.
That could have been under a body like maybe Ghana Agricultural Service, something outside of the ministry to be able to do the work on the ground. What do you think?
That it's a good call, and that is something that if we're serious as a country, that should be the forefront of our agricultural development. Now, you cannot just wake up and become a doctor without properly going through all the processes. So nurses go through nursing training colleges, they need to write Lancashire and all those ones. Agric is not like that, but agric also equally needs to be regulated because you are what you eat. So if the guy who is growing your average tomatoes, whereby you use the tomatoes, you grind your tomatoes and pepper raw, you are not actually, you are not cooking it.
Yeah.
You and I, if you are doing a banku right now, I'm a fancy, I love my eto. If I'm doing my eto with pepper, you just grind it and you are consuming direct. How do you know the water that was even used to irrigate that field? What are the residues that it's in that tomato? So we need that services. On top of it, we actually need, we're funny enough as a country, I'll say this, we're able to put laws for, and then levies for some of the institutions. So we got NHIL levy, we had tourism levy for development of tourism.
Right.
We have
the
Get Fund, Get Fund came, all those levies. But have we gotten ourselves to a point, or have we sat down to think that we need a special levy to just improving our agricultural space? No. So if that levy goes into providing infrastructure that is needed for agri, you know that everything that you buy, you get these levies that comes in. We are not asking for introduction of a new levy, but certain portions, if we're able to put, is it 1.5 or 2.5 on NHI and National Health, 1% of that money should actually go into agricultural development. That means that the farmer will get access to tractors. In fact, farmers do not need to own tractors. They need the services. So if I'm able to provide solutions that a farmer needs to move him from his productivity from 0, or not even from 0, from 5 to 10, or even from 5 to 7, he's getting there.
Yeah.
From there is the value addition. Recently, there was glut. And there is still even glut of rice and tomatoes in some areas. It means that we don't have a problem with production. Our problem is actually the whole value chain. Who is producing what? So we don't have enough data. That data sinking that you can sit at the ministries or even as a regional or district agric officer, know that within my district, this is the core value of product that is coming. Now, District A is producing 75 metric tons of tomatoes at this particular time, knowing that this now will feed into the economy and thereby go into export or value addition. We are not there. So those are the things that it's a good call, and we equally need to make sure that we push for such.
As we talk about making sure that this is a priority, usually there's a call to all of us as Ghanaians to come on board. But you also have people who have dedicated their lives to get into agricultural, work. So our farmers who are on the farms, those who are rearing, the cattle, the goats, chicken, and then you have other people also. When you speak to them, and of course cocoa and all the other ones, when you speak to them, there seems to be a disappointing experience of what they thought it should have been for them. So you have now people selling their farms, and of course, as we know, giving them to Galamsey operators to use them. Rice farmers in parts of the Volta region are always complaining. In fact, and that is where the question is like, do we not see that this is what we need as a country? As a country, we still do import chicken, a lot of that into this country. We're importing tomatoes, we're importing onion, we're importing basically everything that we're eating. How do we When is there a point where we can say we are breaking ourselves from this? Because the government has introduced some initiatives talking about the Feed Ghana, talking about the Nkuku
yes, farmer service centers.
Yes.
Yep.
Will these things help?
These things will help only and only if we are making a conscious effort to improving the system. It is not just by words, it's not just by slogans, and it's not just by quote-unquote initiatives. Those initiatives must move to provide the what the farmer needs. What does the farmer need? The basic tool to be able to move from A to B. So there is a policy before we even got here. There was a planting for food and jobs.
Yeah.
Planting for rain for industry, planting for industry and all those ones. That's beautiful initiative. But the question is, have these initiatives translated into the average Ghanaian's life? Of your average ball of kenke, 5 cedis kenke 2 years ago is not the same 5 cedis. Even last year, it's not the same 5 cedis today, because it keeps reducing. Because your cost of living your cost of production is going higher. Because the farmer is not supported in any way to make sure that the farmer actually increases productivity, increases yield, and properly improve his or her lifestyle. So we are not there yet until we make a conscious effort that it's not just slogans, it's not just statements and words, it is actually action. You were saying Feed Ghana. What actually is the policy document? Apart from the policy, let's just say a new minister comes in, he puts it somewhere, he also wants to bring his own. So until we move from this stage of shifting the goalposts every now and then doing farming as lip service instead of being on the grounds, we're not going to be able.
You are the federation.
Yep.
What are the crops that we are able to export as a country? Agricultural produce that we are able to export as a country.
Right. So the Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters is the apex body for all the exporting associations. So i.e. you have, we're actually about 27 different associations that make up the federation. Okay. We are talking about those in the vegetable and the horticultural space. We have those, anything non-traditional export. So the non-traditional commodities are the non-traditional ones are anything apart from our cocoa bean, minerals, and then timber. Aside that, everything else. So those who are exporting fugu to Zambia, like your fugu you are wearing to, is non-traditional export. So the key ones that we export in our key markets actually is in the EU. EU has been our biggest export market. So we have the EU currently, we have the UAE coming up strongly, and then the US. And then we do a little bit across the AFTA countries.
What are we sending over?
So we are sending yam. We are the largest exporter of yam globally. Okra. We are doing exotic vegetables like the tender, aubergine, habanero pepper, and all those ones. So those are our exports. Then we're doing the shea butter. So the whole shea derivative from the butter to the various value-added products of shea, we do export. We are equally exporting the cashew, dry fruits, and even raw fruits. So raw fruits like this. And then one of our member organizations, or the corporate members, actually export to Morocco by road. So yeah, trucks come all the way from Morocco to Somenya, get the pineapples, get the mangoes, and then do all the way back.
All the way back to Morocco.
Morocco process it for its market and equally for export as well.
That is good that we are exporting. Right. But again, the bits about the value addition that we're adding, because as you mentioned, trucks coming to Ghana can pick mangoes from Somenya, and then it will go there. Of course, that's a very good thing, but we could do something else with the mangoes in terms of mango juice and all of that.
So we have the juice and the puree.
Okay. Yep. What's the challenge about value addition for us here as a country?
So for us as a country, we've not actually harnessed the opportunities within the value addition. So you're doing raw mango. Raw mango, the mango has to be peeled. It needs to be washed, peeled, and then cut into pieces before it will now be processed. or even if you look at a company like Blue Skies, which is also a member of the Federation, Blue Skies, you could find Blue Skies products right at Tesco's in the UK, at Sainsbury's, and all these one, Morrison's and Co. They cut it. So you need machines, and then we need to actually be strategic about building what we call the cottage industries. It doesn't necessarily have to be that huge factory, but cottage industries within the enclaves of the mango production areas, within the enclaves of the pineapple production area. So you look at a place like a Kumfi in the central region, that is a huge pineapple growing area. They need a proper processing. That will now people will aggregate this product and feed it into the market. So when it has to do with value addition, we still have a long way to go.
Okay.
And that is boiled down to one, the access to finance for the processor to be able to buy the machines. Consistency of the produce. Now, we have farmers that are complaining they are not getting their produce sold. So next year, they are not growing. So if you go and set a factory in such an enclave without a proper organized structure of cultivation, you may have 1 year of raw produce to process. The following season, produce are not there. So you need to now shut down. Nobody wants to actually sink such an amount into a business that is not operating all year round. So we need to properly organize our farmers and our cultivation, our production chain, so that we can have a consistent consistent production, which is feeding into their factories.
Okay, that's good to hear. I mean, I didn't know that bit about the Morocco coming to Somenia.
They do.
That's
yeah. We have we're exporting a lot of red oil, just palm oil, into Europe and equally in the ECOWAS region, especially Nigeria. We're doing a lot of gari into Nigeria. We are exporting copra, which is the coconut, the hard one.
Okay, right.
Yes, copra into Nigeria and the sub-region. We are doing a lot of shea butter to South Africa and the SADC region, which is Zambia, Zimbabwe, and all those areas.
For the ordinary Ghanaian would think that I do not get these products, but you may be at the Kwabon thing.
And so you are how now to share because if you go to Nima market right now, there's abundance of spices that are grown here that people are buying and they're exporting. Another area that we've not actually taken into consideration much has to do with hibiscus. Sobolo.
Okay.
Sobolo leaves. It's high on the agenda for export now. So people are buying Sobolo leaves and they're exporting Sobolo right now across, not just within the West African or even the African context, but across Europe and America.
I don't know why my producer is asking about weed. What's that?
That is an area that actually, as a country, we should be interested and be working on.
Really?
Now, South Africa, I was in SA about 4 or 5 years ago for an expo, I think almost 6 years now, and I was shocked to the core. The biggest cannabis expo I have ever and only gone. It was where it's a real eye opener. You see that there's a lot of innovations and health benefit around it. In as much as government has passed the bill, we've passed the bill. I think the Ministry of Interior, together with NACOP, are still working around the regulations. But if you go anywhere, they will tell you that there's a certain substance that is in it. They call it the THC. Ghana's one has the best THC. We have the land that supports it.
We have the best.
They say we have the best. Anywhere you go, in fact, I've been to a couple of expos. If you go to Italy, Greece, as for Netherlands, it's already known. You see that there are vending machines that are empty of stocks. So there's an area. You go to feed that market. What's our problem? And that alone, it's a whole economic gateway that if you properly put in context well, you don't need IMF.
Wow. So, as you mentioned, we know about the cannabis regulatory program. I mean, the bill, as you mentioned,
right,
and all of that. So we'll see how that goes. But for us in our homes, how do we? I mean, of course, not having large, acres of land to do anything.
You don't need acres.
And that.
You need a couple of flower pots.
And that's we're talking about this offer that lately when you get into homes, you would not see a small, space left to grow crops in the homes and all of that. Most of the homes that are coming up are cemented, tiled. You don't have anything like that. Is it a sunyatra and what exactly?
One sunyatra, because we believed over the years, and it's a reason why we have a lot of flood situation now, because the water, instead of going into the soil, which the soil absorbing it, it bounces off the surface and washes, which now feed into the local gutter and the gutter already has this it's blocked with a lot of things, and then waterways people are filling the place.
So much,
exactly. Instead of us having spaces that we can grow basic, I mean, on a more serious note, you do not need too much of a space to put in 3-4 plants. Let's say the basic one we use at home, pepper. I mean, my family, we've lived around Cape Coast and its area for a long. Every house that we have gardens. So our pepper, our tomatoes, carrots, and then also gardeners is actually coming from the backyard. That is what we have relegated, and we are cementing all this place. Marble tiles, thinking that it is beautiful. It is actually the contributing factor to the global warming, because the sun that is supposed to absorb this water is not absorbing. It's not even absorbing heat, so it reflects it.
Yeah.
Those are some of the issues. Until we start going back into having our own small potted plants at home, you can do a small box, which is maybe 1/4 or 1/3 of this table is enough to grow your basic household needs. So if you need pepper, you just go plug your pepper, you grind it, you buy your onion from town, and you are good to go.
Right, if we just tuned in, we're talking about Ghana's agricultural sector, looking at how we can be self-reliant and also the export growth. We've touched on a number of things, the issues in the sector in terms of the value chain, in terms of the investment. We've looked at the export bit where Emmanuel has taken us through what crops are being exported out of this country and how we can add value to that. And we just touched on the bit of all of us, making sure that we have little gardens in our homes to make sure we get 1 or 2 from our backyard when we want to get into the kitchen. But that's not the situation now. And it's a very worrying situation. We all need to make sure that we're helping with that. We're going to talk about the Horticulture Expo that is coming up. What really is this supposed to achieve, and get into the details of all of that. So, Emmanuel, the Expo, why are we doing this?
So this is actually the 3rd edition of the Expo.
Okay.
So the Horticultural Expo is the biggest. We call it a Horticultural Expo, but essentially what it is the Expo for all exporters.
Okay.
So the federation is, like I mentioned, made up of about 27 different associations, from the mango producers, the yam exporters, right up to all those in the value chain, the cosmetics and the handicraft as well. So the Expo actually brings together all these individuals and businesses into one space over a period of 3 days to really look at what are we doing well, bring in a lot of innovations, showcase what the country has. One of the key things is that export growth is not just about finding buyers abroad. It's about producing consistently with the quality and certification. So the Expo brings together all these individuals together with the financing partners and financing institutions to now sit at the table and to look at what are we doing well, what can we do better, and then equally, what are the gaps that needs to be filled. So it's a 3-day event. It normally happens at the Accra International Conference Center, but this year we're having it at the forecourt of the State House over the 3 days, so 11th, 12th, and the 13th of June. And it's going to be also an open market for everybody. What do you want to get? Whatever that you want to buy, come to that space. There will be a lot of produce, bringing it direct from the farmers. direct from our association members as well, and then the industry players.
Okay. So it's in June.
Yes, in June.
Yeah. So please just come around and of course understand how some of these. I mean, the beautification with the flowers. We can all do all of those things in our homes to help beautify our homes. Very, very important. So as we wrap up on this, any final thing on for those who are venturing into agriculture. You see, a lot of times you say young people are not getting, but I know a lot of my friends also who are buying lands, who are venturing into agriculture.
Right.
Yeah.
The space is actually now more interesting, and because we've not gotten there yet. I mean, some of us. Myself, you have the agro centers, we have the agro innovers, which is Moses and Co. And all those guys 10 years ago were not within the space. So over the years, we've seen that with the addition of technology, we are making farming and the whole agribusiness change more sexy and more attractive. So you find your average farmer not as old as previously you would have thought, but we still need to do more because we need to make sure that we break down the barriers of entry. You could be here and be having a cocoa or coconut farm. 10 acres of coconut farm will make you millions, actually. So let's say you put in let me give you a bit of math. So young people that are going into agri are not going it because of the fanciness of it. It's because there is profit in it.
Okay.
Yes, because if you are, let me just do a bit of maths for you to say that if you have 5 acres, that averagely you are doing about 75 trees per acre. You are looking at about 375 trees.
Okay.
Now, each tree should be giving you about 150 fruit to 250 fruit of your coconut. Okay. So times let's do a minimum 150. You are making about 50,000 pieces of fruit. It's 56,000. I'm taking 10% off as your losses.
And there's ready markets for that?
Coconut market is actually in abundance. There's the fresh and then there's a dry. Like I mentioned earlier, we are exporting to
other countries
coconut. We are doing ginger. So now it becomes more attractive for young people to get in. And then we have the likes of the Fiji, the GEPA, who are helping with the export. So now it becomes a bit more easier. But let us not kid ourselves. Farming is not as easy and straightforward.
Easy thing.
For the first couple of years, prepare to have your fingers bent a bit, because once you prepare your land in the first 2 years, your cost has actually gone into the land development before you now start raking in. So for, let's say, coconut, you have about 5 years. For the first 3 years, you are not really making any profit. But from 3 years going, then from 5 year faith, you can harvest coconut continuously for the next 35 to 40 years. So one-time investment.
Okay. So Emmanuel has given us a breakdown of what we can do and adventure in. I have a number of things in mind, but also sometimes for those who are into the rearing, right?
Yeah.
It's when talking about sicknesses or a disease outbreak and all of it, it's really heartbreaking when you see those videos.
So you could lose about let me use the poultry industry.
Right.
You could lose more than 1,000 birds in a week, in a day. That is if you are. So that's why you need to make sure that you tick all the boxes in terms of your vaccinations, in terms of what we call the biosecurity.
Yeah.
So you regulate who enters your pen, which is if it is animal, or who enters your poultry farm at a particular time. If they're entering, there's a place, normally when you go every poultry farm, before you enter the gate, there's a bit of water there. You put your feet
in there.
Exactly. Those are the biosecurity.
Okay.
We've been okay for the past, in the last 5 years, we've not had much of the flus, the swine flus, and that must be continued.
Yeah. And the education about the modern types, of farming or modern ways of doing farming and all of that. Very important, Emmanuel. So let's go over the expo, the Horticulture Expo. Yeah. It's happening
June 11th to the 13th at the forecourt of the State House.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited. This year our theme is from soil to food sovereignty.
Okay.
How we can be self-reliant, and so therefore come and look at all the various programs that are lined up. And for those who want to actually get into export, FAGE is actually beginning what we call the FAGE Academy, which is to train people who want to go into export, to those who are already within export. What kind of the certification do I actually need? What is what we call the investor readiness, the export readiness? What are some of the marketplaces, like the various platforms like buyafricamade.com, like the Jumia, and then equally the Amazons that you can put our product properly on. There are other projects that are looking at what we call the market entrance program to Europe. And so before you can actually export into the EU country, you must be able to meet certain requirements. That is one of the things that when you are a member of FAGE, we walk you through all this. Yep.
Emmanuel, thank you very much for coming. Emmanuel Ansah Profi is Projects and Programs Lead at Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters. And we've been talking about Ghana's agricultural space, self-reliance, and export growth. Very, very, very insightful conversation here on the holiday edition of Good Afternoon Ghana. We're taking a break. When we come back, we head to the University of Ghana. We talk about the Alumni Network. So stay with us. We'll be back shortly after this break.
The ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dream land at Nest Cottage, Chopoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukurum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
Hey, MTN FA Cup final. The moment we've all been waiting for. The climax of Ghana Football 2025-2026 season is here. Hey, no, MTN FA Cup final. Obey Butu today. Nations FC and the Dreams FC. Are you live? Our UG Sports Stadium. Kwesiada ya Ebe. 31st May. 6 p.m. It's why Nebe win MTN FA Cup finals to represent Ghana. Our cup. A pre-FIFA World Cup 2026 football party. It's a new film. Ghana Blaster just national colors woman and bright and your face. The send a signal. Our yes Yafanina. Say ya Ghana food. We love our football. Ghana Blaster and University of Ghana Sports Stadium game. Maybe Sunday 31st May 1:30 Pepe. Exactly 3 p.m. Accra House of Fun Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the 17th. And the special curtain race. What's the ball? What the ball, Papa? MTN FA Cup final pass. Never when you get the full package, including spectacular opening ceremony. Nations FC versus Dreams FC to represent Ghana in Confederation Cup. Any surprises may bring. Anything brand get free. 20 Ghana popular stand, 50 Ghana VIP, and 100 Ghana VVI. MTN FA Cup. Menu who free. Let me say, MTN FA Cup game.
Welcome back to the program. Good afternoon, Ghana, here on Metro TV with me, Desmond Okrekudanso, holiday edition of the show. And many thanks for tuning in. We are live on radio, 94.1 FM. You can tune in and listen to the show, and also on DSTV channel 277 on Facebook. We're live on there, and also on YouTube, Metro TV Ghana. Our next conversation is about the University of Ghana, and there's a launch that is set to happen, the University of Ghana Global Alumni Network app, and we will talk about that. And to help us do that is Professor Gordon Abeka Nkrumah, Director of the Institutional Advancement Directorate of the University of Ghana. We've had our own banter already. I'm going to keep that. No, it's fine. Prof, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Yeah, it's good.
To all your listeners.
Mm-hmm. Trust you're well. I can see you in your University of Ghana shirt. What does UG mean to you?
Well, for me, UG is that place that gave me the opportunity to blossom, and also taught me values that I would never forget. And so for me, UG is not a school that I passed through. It's like my hometown. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I'm also very big on alumni stuff, because you go through a place, you learn from there. So I'm always big on making noise about being a former student of Tema Secondary School, Temasco, and then to the University of Cape Coast. Anytime I have to get back to those places, it gives me so much joy and pride to do that. And for a university that arguably the best university.
You know what? This morning I was on another network about this, and it just happened that the host is also from University of Cape Coast, and straight away, without saying anything, the banter started, and I was like, okay, you can go ahead and talk about yours, but you know, when the big boys come to the table, we still have to acknowledge our younger brothers, so no worries.
For now I'll keep it. I'll keep the. but Prof, looking at the school and over the years, what it's been able to do, the kind of alumni that it has produced, from your directorate and from the management of the school, how do you hold the alumni of the school?
Yeah, so for us as a university, the alumni is not just a group of people who pass through the university. They are part of the university community. I think that in many universities in Ghana, we've not had the culture of ensuring that our alumni are part and parcel of what happens in the university every day. And being the premier university, we want to take that step to make sure that we create a platform that enhances connection and engagement across our different alumni group. And so for us as a university, this is really, really important.
Right. Has it been difficult to keep tabs with the alumni?
Yeah, so I would say yes and no. So you have a group of die-hard alumni who are always there. And then you have those who would also want to be there, but they are perhaps somewhere else, and therefore it makes it difficult for them to contribute to the university and also to engage the university and also to sort of contribute in different ways to the university. And this is because in many universities in Ghana, the platform for that sort of connection and engagement is not available. And so what we are seeking to do is to enhance that connection and engagement through a platform that makes it relatively easy, not just for the university to engage the alumni, but also for the alumni to engage the university, and for the alumni to also have access to other resources within the university which hitherto they wouldn't have had access to. And this is something that happens in Europe, and we think that our alumni also deserves that.
And with that, are there year groups in terms of trying to keep base with every year, the alumni bodies and all of that? Do you have that officially?
So for instance, if you take the University of Ghana Alumni Association, you have...
So Prof, you could push the microphone towards you.
Okay.
Right.
So for instance, if you look at the University of Ghana Association, it is organized across location and then across year groups. And so, for instance, you have the alumni in Ghana, you have the alumni in North America, you have the alumni in the United Kingdom, you have the alumni in different African countries like Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Gambia. All of them are there, which we sort of engage, in some sort of a monologue, that sort of thing. But what we are doing, and then you have the different year groups set up on WhatsApp and things like that. But these are disparate, and it's difficult for the university to engage them. Right. So this sort of platform makes it possible for, let's say, my year group. We are very active. We have our group on WhatsApp. But that group can be transferred onto this app. And so the leadership of the group can be sending information to us. At the same time, the university can also be engaging, and we can post our memories, like we've gone for maybe a party, a funeral, or whatever. All those memories can be posted on the app, just like any social network app. In that same way, sometimes we want to even raise funds within our group that can now be done on this app or across the university. And then you can have also the location-based groups also active. And not just the connection, but sometimes you know that, for instance, you want some resources from the library, okay, as an alumna or alumnus, okay. It should be possible for you to come through that, okay, based on verification. Sometimes you are looking at, let's say, getting a transcript or a reference,
right.
okay. It's very difficult. And one of the things we will end up doing is that that is not yet loaded, but very soon all that will be pushed into the app. And so on the app, you can just make a request for your transcript, and then, yes, it goes through and things will be done, just to make sure that our alumni is not separated from the university. They continue to be part and parcel of the university and engage the university. For instance, think about the Vice Chancellor wanting to talk to the alumni. How does that happen? But on this app, the Vice Chancellor can come and post and engage the alumni, or even post a video, and the alumni, wherever they are, they would be able to see it and be and have conversations.
Right, Prof. That's a very that's very thoughtful. But again, just to ask about, when you get onto social media, even this week I saw another video like that, people tend to write messages about, oh, I don't want to be in this group. When you're part of these groups, you are paying, you are doing all of these things, and again, they don't want to be part of an association like that. And so the question will be, what do I get from being part of an alumni association of University of Ghana, this network?
Fantastic. So you being part of, let me say, once you complete a university, it is not a choice. You are an alumna or an alumnus of the university. So you are. But I think that alumni associations or alumni groups all over the world offer certain benefits to members, and University of Ghana is not different. So, for instance, being part of UG alumni, there are people who have gone ahead of you. So there are job opportunities that could come even on the platform, and that is there. It will help you to be able to have access to the job market. Now, the other thing is that if you take UG, I mean, just walk to any corporate entity in Ghana, and I bet you probably maybe about 30 or 50 or whatever % of the top echelon of that organization will be coming from UG.
Okay.
And so the benefit is that you can get to connect to these people that ordinarily you wouldn't have access. Again, there can be mentorship programs, okay, to mentor younger alumni by the older one. So for me, it's just like a network of a multiplicity of resources. And being part of that network automatically gives you access to the multiplicity of resources that are on the network. And for me, being part of a UG alumni is such a powerful network that anybody would want to be part of because of the benefits that it comes with.
Right. So now to the app itself, how did you come by it? I should believe it was developed by an alumnus of the school.
So I like I said, we, as part of our strategy, okay, for mobilizing our alumni, we have a 6-point strategy for mobilizing our alumni, and one of it is making sure that we have a platform that helps us to mobilize, and not just mobilize, to get them to engage and connect. And so we thought that doing this would be a key facilitator of that process. And that is the reason why we've developed this app. And the app is developed by engineers within University of Ghana.
Okay, so who can register for this?
So every alumna or alumnus of the university can register. And all you need to do is go to www.ghana ald.ug.edu.gh, and you have access to the application. And in addition to that, once you log on, the application just gives you a prompt that you can install a shortcut of the application on your phone, so that you don't have to go onto the URL almost every time.
So you can get that on
your phone. Okay. And within the next 2 months, it will deploy on the Play Store as well as the App Store.
Okay.
And once you register, in matter of seconds, the system will take your data, send it to the UG database to verify, because we want to know that you're truly the person you say you are. Okay. And once your data matches with our data, automatically the system will send you email telling you that you've been verified. Your password will be supplied into your email, and then you are ready to go. In addition, we know that there are people who didn't go through that beautiful campus, but they admire that place. And so we call them friends of the university.
Okay.
And they can also come and join us for us to have conversations about our university.
All right, so you've opened it up to people who didn't go to the university, but, you know, have an affiliation or a love for the school.
Exactly.
And so, okay.
And
I see what the University of Ghana is trying to do.
And we classify them as friends of the university.
Okay, that's good too.
I mean, it could be that, for instance, for you, it could be that you think that your values are aligned with what the university does.
Okay.
And so you are interested in contributing to the university. Why not?
Is this a free thing, or you'd have to pay to be?
No, you don't have to pay. Our alumni do not have to pay anything. You register, and once your information is validated, you are ready to go.
Okay, right. So we're talking about the University of Ghana Alumni Network app, which is to help mobilize the alumni of the university on a platform, and we're talking to Prof on that. Very, very important one there. So I see here that there is. You've got to put some information in there. So your name, your academic history, all of those things.
So basically, it will collect a bit of information about you, but we don't want the process to be laborious. And so at the initial stage, all you're going to provide is your name, that is your first name, your second name. And it will ask you whether the name that you've put there is the same as it appears on your certificate. And then you can say yes or no and provide whatever it's on your certificate. And then your program, your year of completion, your date of birth. We just need that information to verify that indeed you are who you say you are. And once you provide that information and submit, automatically it will go and verify. And once it gets the verification, you are done.
Well, some may say that they're already on platforms that connect them on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and all of that. Why should I get to this app?
All right, fantastic. So, for instance, I'm on WhatsApp with my year group, but that's all. It's just my year group. But there are people in other year groups who are very resourceful, who are the top echelons of wherever they are, that having access to it's very important, because it could be important for my career, because they've been where I am trying to be. And so here, what you find is that you are replicating the entire experience on an app. And it's entirely different from just being on maybe WhatsApp or being on something else.
How is there an estimation in terms of the alumni you're looking at on jumping on this app?
So, for instance, this university was established in 1948, and the estimate is that over that period, we've graduated something over 350,000 to about 400,000, Of course, some might have expired, but I would say that perhaps UG has out there maybe around 300,000. And we are counting, and so it's just going to grow.
Right. So just get onto the URL, and very soon you can get that on the Play Store and App Store and be part of this alumni network by the University of Ghana. I mean, if you went to University of Ghana, I'm sure you're excited about this. And for those of us who are friends of University of Ghana, we can also get onto the app. And so, Prof, when is the launch happening?
So the launch is happening tomorrow.
Okay.
2 p.m. at the West African Genetic Medicine Center in their conference room. And that is close to the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. And it is 2 o'clock. And so we're inviting all alumni out there to come along and let's celebrate the launch of this app. And for those who are not able to make it, they can just go to the University of Ghana YouTube channel, and it will be streaming live on the UG YouTube channel.
Okay. So the launch is tomorrow, taking at 2 p.m. And that is on campus.
On campus.
Yes, on campus tomorrow. You can also watch live and connect with all your friends or your mates on this app. This is a good one coming in from the University of Ghana. Prof, as we wrap up on this, any final thing you want to add? I have other questions I'll ask you.
Okay. All right. What I want to say is to all of you, my fellow alumni out there, we just want to let you know that as part of UG's strategic plan, we have a strategic pillar on partnerships.
Okay.
And we think that alumni is part of the resources that we need to partner with to be able to move the university to the next level. And so we're encouraging all of you to engage and connect so that together we can contribute to the university that made us who we are today.
Right. And for Prof, I was going to ask you your year group.
1999.
1999. Wow. Who said what? Someone said what? 1999. Okay. So you've been on campus for a very long time, and you've seen the evolution or how things have changed over a period, and you're still on campus and looking at the generation now. How do you get to, it's not cope, but blend in, knowing your time there, how things were then and how things are now, and now as you're a professor also?
Well, I would say that for me, I don't think it's too different. Okay. It's just that there are different groups of people who do things differently, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Okay. That university moved character through its value system. That value system hasn't changed. The message hasn't changed. It is just the way we deliver it that has changed. And I think that we are all not static. We have a group of young people who are ambitious as those who've gone before them. And so we just keep up and try to understand the way they look at things and then adapt. So personally, I don't think that it's been that difficult. Okay. And there are times that I enter the class and the students don't even realize that it's the professor that has entered. They think it's one of the students. So it's all up to the individual and how you look at things.
What were you doing back in the day? Any social activity you were part of in school?
Yeah, I mean, well, whilst I was in school, I was interested. I'm a vandal. And so I was always interested in having conversations at the observatory. And so that was it was very intense for me. I was also a Christian leader. Okay. And so basically with church activities and things like that.
Okay, that's nice. So the motto of UG is Integri Procedamus. We proceed with integrity. Right. Thank you very much, Prof, for coming. And so all alumni of University of Ghana, please take notes of that. And so we would be keeping tabs on that tomorrow 2 p.m. on campus. The University of Ghana Alumni Network app would be launched. So please, when it's launched, make sure that you get it on App Store, on Play Store. You get on there and be part of this network. Right. So this we're wrapping up on the show, and right after you're heading to the Accra International Airport, where we'll be having the first batch of the evacuees coming in from South Africa. And so we'll bring you all of that here on News Night at 7 p.m. Before we go, some birthday wishes here. Today is the birthday of Sarah Fafali of the sports desk here. Happy birthday to you, Sarah Fafali, and also happy birthday to Umbrella. Wishing you life's very best, endless happiness and success in all your endeavors. May this new year bring you joy, peace, and countless beautiful moments from a brother, Kemi Key. So that's it for Good Afternoon Ghana Today Holiday Edition. Many thanks for tuning in. For more news, log on to our website www.metrotvonline.com. My name is Desmond Okreku Danso, and a happy Eid to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Good afternoon.
Go Black Stars, go all the way till the end, to victory. We'll keep on cheering you.